everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we'd do a 2-page spring day scrapbook layout. The paper that I'm using today is from the open stock section at Hobby Lobby, and also this is from Joann's. It's called Seasons. My paper does measure 11.5 by 11.5, and I'll go ahead and back that on a piece of 12 by 12 craft cardstock paper. I did ink my edges today with my Stampin' Up! Early Espresso. I do have my spooky fence from Little Scraps of Heaven. It does measure 11.5 by 1.5. Now go ahead and bring it up here. And for this, I'm actually bringing it up at the 3/4 mark. Next, I do have a grass border. This is from the Silhouette store. Now, I've used this one once before on a Bambi project. I mentioned then, as I'll mention now, I do not like this one. This one cuts off a lot. So I tried to heavily ink it on top just so you really wouldn't be able to tell. It's from the Silhouette store. Don't even look for it. It's not really that good. So I'll go ahead and bring it down here. For the grass, it does measure 11.5 by 1 3/4. For my next piece, it does measure 11.5 by 5/8. Now for this border, I went ahead and created it. This is actually from Marjorie Ann Designs. It comes with another piece, but it only goes up to here. So originally what I did was I went ahead and duplicated, connected them together at this mark right here, highlighted both of them and welded them together. Go ahead and bring it down here. And I'll go ahead and use my zip drive for this. And for my next page, I actually already have it ready. Now on this piece right here, my silhouette actually cut off. Like I mentioned, this border is not one of my favorites. It kept cutting off, and here my silhouette it cut off too much. But no worries, because I'm going to go ahead and cover this part up. For my project today, I'm actually using 3 files from Little Scraps of Heaven. I'll go ahead and leave the information on the description down below just in case anybody's interested. For my first piece, I do have my house. My house does measure 7.5 by 4 3/8, and I did pop up the 2 shutters just to give it a little bit of dimension. Next, I do have my tree. My tree measures 8.5 by 5 1/4. Go ahead and bring it over here to the side. Next, I do have my sun and clouds. They do measure 3 1/8 by 5 3/8, and I did pop some of them up with foam tape in between the layers. Next, I do have my little girl bunny. She does measure 5.5 by 2.5, and I did pop her up on foam tape. Next, I do have a little boy. He does measure 4 3/8 by 2 inches, also popped up on foam tape. I do have a little swing. The swing does measure 5 by 4 and 1/8. And on the flowers, I decided to use liquid pearls. Next, I do have some carrots. The carrots measure 3 5/8 by 3 1/4, also popped up on foam tape. Next, I do have my flowers. This one does measure 1 1/4 by 3 1/2. Now for this one on the file, it actually does come with flowers you could go ahead and cut out, but instead I decided to use my paper flowers from Hobby Lobby, and these are the Paper Studio brand. I do have some yellow flowers. For this one, they do measure 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and on the center I did use my Nuva drops. Now next for my photos. For this one, they do measure 4 7/8 by 4 1/8. The only thing I did forget to do an offset on my silhouette. I don't know how I did that. I just realized it now, so I never put an offset, but that's okay. I'll still go ahead and put them. And there you have it. This is my 2-page spring day scrapbook layout. If you enjoyed the video and like to give me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it as well. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye for now.